No, he also beat in the second round. That was 12 and 14, and then he beat Alistair Casey of Scotland, who was down in New Zealand just a couple of weekends ago when I was down there as well. So Lin Dan with Jin CHEN. Really looking forward to this, to be quite honest. Lin Dan, amongst my favourite. He's been given tough press occasionally for his tantrums, but oh, what a player. It's out. Great rally. And Lin Dan looks up at the lights as if to say, not quite happy with that, but it really was a very, very interesting, exploratory rally, I'd think you say that was. Yeah, I was looking at the drift, feeling where the court is. It's 1-all. Little touch of the drop shot on the net before it went over, but relying on an error there from Lin Dan. It's in. Great direction. Lovely, lovely weight on that one from Jin CHEN for 2-1. But it was definitely building up a little bit. There was a bit more energy in that rally. Yeah, the drift, I told you, is coming in off Lin Dan's shoulder, right shoulder, and that possibly pushed it back in. Good work, Jin CHEN again. He's deceptively passed. I can't wait to see this shot at the net where he actually leans and looks in the totally opposite direction to the one in which he plays it, and it's invariably a forehand, and he just opens up his whole body and plays it in, well, at a sort of almost 180-degree difference from where you think it's going to go. It's an extraordinary shot. There it is. Right on cue. He just turns away from it. Turns away, and you think it's going to go down into the forehand corner, but it just alters the angle enough to put it into the backhand. Very interesting. Oh, great stuff from Jin CHEN. He is being really aggressive. Not only is he accurate at the net, he's pumping these drives into the body as well. Now just watch this one. Into the body, can't control it. Now, that's the one. Good start, Jin CHEN. 5-1, 5 in a row. Right short, it's 6-1, and Lin Dan is under a little bit of pressure at the moment. Now, he's not great under pressure, I must say. He loves to lead. He loves to be at the front, and at the moment, he's just a little bit under par, which means that Jin CHEN is taking full advantage. What a great start, 6-1. just out. Close, close. Chen Chin at the moment claiming 4-1 in smash winners. And at last, Lin Dan picks up a point on an error. 2-6. God, what defense. Unbelievable defense from Chen Chin. And he wins the point on a snatch from Lin Dan. Wow, the crowd loved that, I tell you. Because Lin Dan was putting everything into that. His time, look at that big jump smash. Good placement there. Chen Chin chasing, and then that was an easy smash that just went low into that. Watch how low it went. Not even close. That just shows that mentally Lin Dan is not tuned in at the moment. He's under a bit of pressure. 7-2. Now that's better. That's exactly what we expect. Always expect the unexpected from Lin Dan. That was a great drop. Well, it was a drop drive, actually, wasn't it? Look at this. Poof. Yeah, it's too good. It's gone. He just opened up that racket face and had enough distance and speed on it to cause the problems. It's these half shots that are really tough for these players. They don't mind the full-blooded. It's the ones that are just neither one nor t'other that gives them problems. What a pick up that. Oh dear. And he's knocked to the net. Lin Dan, the 4-time champion here in Hong Kong, is under pressure. That really, I mean, he was just a little bit too cute there. And you can hear what the crowd think. Chen Chin winning the Yonex All England Super Series in March is looking for another big scalp. It's better. 4-9. Now, my maths are not bad, but I tell you, at the moment, I'm not absolutely certain about the Super Series rankings. I know where they are at the moment in terms of the number. Great shot. Lin Dan is going to the umpire and saying that was wide. The umpire is saying, nope, it was not called. It's 10-4. Is he calling a let? Is he calling a let? Yeah, they have changed. They've changed their minds. It stays at 9. Ooh, in fact, it's called out. Wow, how about that? The line judge called it in, and I've got a feeling it was, you know. Lin Dan's influence has probably convinced the umpire to change the decision. Isn't that extraordinary? 5-9. Oh, what defense. Amazing. That's that feint. And he's missed it. They go to 10-5 with Chen Chin in the lead. The crowd absolutely love this. They are enjoying this one big time. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a bore, But I tell you, in an atmosphere like this in Hong Kong, the crowd won't let it be that way. They're lifting these players to a really, really high capacity, and Lin Dan misses one of his favourite shots there. Now let's get back to what I was talking about earlier, my maths problem, because in the Super Series at the moment, the ranking of Lin Dan is number 9 in the Super Series. But I got a feeling if he wins this, he will go through to a position where he can actually represent China by going above. Bao Chunlai is at number 6 at the moment. I think that's the way it is. So it means he's equal number 6 as Bao Chunlai with Kenneth Yonex. But he has to do that in order to go to the Super Series season-ending Masters in Kota Kinabalu.
Service over. Jin CHEN.
So it is an important one for Lin Dan. And it's certainly an important one for all of us in the badminton world and media. We would love to see him on show in Sabah. Well, it's proving to be a really intriguing battle, this men's singles in Hong Kong. Again, we see that deceiving shot, and it's out. Great work there from Lin Dan. He is not taken in by Chen Jin's feint at the net. He has this extraordinary ability to turn one way and play another, but he wasn't fooled there. That's good. Chen Jin looks at the umpire this time. He's the one that is not happy with this. Let's have a look at it. We've got a tough angle to watch it here, but yeah, that was good. It caught the line. Smash winners at the moment. Chen Jin still 6-1, but I tell you, there's no doubt at all that Lin Dan is having to play his best to stay with him. Great nets. Great nets. It's long, is it? Yeah, it is. It's 11-8 as they go to the interval in the first. And I can tell you, the crowd here are absolutely thrilled by this. They are seeing a very, very high quality game. No one is giving quarter, but this amazing defense of Chen Jin is to the fore, and that is why he's in the lead by 3 at the moment. 8-11. Lin Dan will probably try to up the pace a little bit, see if he can put a bit more pressure on, get a bit more of his very famous jump smashes and aggressive maneuverability coming into play. But at the minute, I tell you, Chen Jin is every bit as good as we'd hoped.
20 seconds. 11-8.
It is a very interesting matchup.
Play.
Yeah, too good. It's not Lin Dan that's putting the pressure on. Chen Jin is just a little bit busier, isn't he? It's out. It was way out. Not even close. Now, that just shows me that Lin Dan is not enjoying this. He's definitely having to move much more than he'd hoped for. Chen Jin is in the zone. He's very focused and he's saving everything. Look at that. Yeah, it was long. Chen Chin clenches his fist, celebrating a 14-8 position at this first game. He doesn't look as if he is moved at all by this. He's absolutely inscrutable. Lin Dan is definitely feeling the pressure. Yeah, too good. 15-8. Chen Chin is dominating. And I can't believe that Lin Dan is doing it to help out a friend. He is definitely under pressure. And you wouldn't think he was four-time champion at the moment. His fighting spirit has gone. It's 16-8. We may see a different Lin Dan in the second game, but at the moment, it's all one-way traffic. Oh, too good. Stunning shot. What a cross-court that was. Closed the racket face. It was brilliant from Chen Chin. Well, he's unstoppable at the moment.
18-8.
Quite extraordinary. What an amazing performance by Chen Chin. He's been perfection. No, that's just gone.
Service over.
If you've only just
18.
started watching this matchup, or you're watching badminton in general, the sidelines are out in the service for singles, but the back lines are in, back tram lines are in. It's wide, it's 19-9.
Service over. 19-9.
Wow. Lin Dan, I can't remember the last time that he didn't get to 10 points in any kind of match, in any kind of game. But at the moment, he's in danger of failing to do that. And it's now game point at 20 points to 9. Wow, what an extraordinary performance by the 22-year-old Chen Chin. He won the Asian Junior Badminton Championships in 2004 at the age of 18. He's just showing extraordinary ability. That's it, I think. No, not quite. That is 21-9. I never thought I would be hearing myself say that against Lin Dan. The crowd are so surprised at that one. And it's not been, I don't think, a giveaway. Maybe the last few points have been, but they were certainly well contested in the early parts of that game. Chen Chin has just been absolutely dominant in defense, superb in attack, and I tell you, he deserves his position of one game in the lead in this men's singles final here in Hong Kong. 21-9 in the first.
Baby,
Second game coming up then. Jin CHEN, number 3 in the world rankings. Lin Dan 2. Chong Wei at the top of the world rankings. This is a number of matches and tournaments he's played, and he's been fantastic. But Lin Dan, Olympic champion, up against it. He's picked up the first point, and you can tell that this Hong Kong crowd will love him to get back into this. Oh, in fact, I can tell you, Jin CHEN might have left that, although he dived. It looked as if it might have drifted out. I think Lin Dan was just a trifle lucky there. Let's have a look at this again, see if we can pick it up with our cameras. Oof, well, difficult, tough. Jin CHEN knows a lot more about where the lines are than I do, that's for sure. Great camera work there, well done team. 2-love, Lin Dan. Oh, and he's missed another one. That's 3 times now. You'd have given him the points. He's not quite on song. The pinnacle of his achievement, obviously, in August. Absolutely extraordinary. And then coming back for the first time since that time last week in Shanghai for the Li Ning China Open. But, well, he's not quite buzzing as we'd expect at the minute. 3-1 though in the second. Oh, brilliant. Technically, yeah, I mean, Lin Dan looks around as if to say, wasn't that outside? But technically, that rally was as good as we've had throughout this match. It was absolutely first class. Unbelievable stretches, great placement. Yeah, I agree with Lin Dan there. That definitely looked a little bit on the wide-ish side. Anyway, Jin CHEN has it at 2-3. Yeah, well, yeah, it's the first real attacking error Jin CHEN has made. He had a great opportunity there, but again, Lin Dan, that little feint to put it deep, it paid dividends. 4-2. Aha! Now.
5-2.
Jin CHEN played the perfect game, the first game. He's made 3 or 4 errors in this one to suggest that Lin Dan is on his way back. Stunning. Brilliant. Extraordinary. It's out. What an amazing rally. Lin Dan had won it 3 times. Chen Jin just digging deep and holding in there. Great work. What a shame. It's that drift from the right shoulder that I said. Now they've changed ends, of course. It's Chen Jin's right shoulder. Oh, he's annoyed with that. Great rally, though. Look at the crowd. They love it. 3-5. That is wide. Do you know they are superhuman, aren't they? How on earth do they manage to see that shuttle so early and not only defend it but place it as well? It's quite extraordinary. The fastest racket game in the world, and they're treating it as if it's just a little sort of knock around play date. It's just amazing. I'm really impressed with what I've seen. Both these players putting a huge amount of energy and great experience into this. The crowd, again, are loving it. Yeah, you can tell. They are enthralled by it. Lin Dan has a 6-3 in the second. He needs to win this to put it into a third. Oh. Is that turn away again? Just listen to this crowd now. That was stunning. We always love to see a most magnificent rally finished with a positive point. We don't like to see the errors creating the point. This is just brilliant from Lin Dan. That's what we'd hoped to see. We've got it right there. The lefties, fantastic cross court. Beautiful stuff. He's having to work for it though, isn't he? My golly. He's having to pull out all the stops. This is an absolutely cracking men's singles final here in Hong Kong. It might be China, but it's certainly personality against personality. It's really gripping. Oh, that's another big error at a time when he needed to get back into this second game. Yeah, lost a bit of concentration there. It's certainly one of the most attacking players ever against one of the greatest defenders ever at the moment. And down at 8-3 in the second. Oh, he was just trying to be a little bit too clever. In fact, in truth, he didn't have much option. The shuttle came down at such an extraordinary angle there on the drop. What's the angle here? Oh, it's absolutely vertical. He didn't have a chance of playing it straight over the net. The angle was the only way, and he failed. It's 9-3. Too good. Beautiful play. Both players have control of the whole court. Amazing. They just, even that backhand, that would really test most regular players. Chen Jin puts in not only a defensive backhand, he turns it into attack as well. It was very clever. 4-9 Still a lot of work to do for Chen Chin in the second. It's out, yeah, and Chen Chin is putting pressure on Lin Dan all the time with this amazing defense. He just doesn't know how to give up on a point. He throws himself around the court all over the place, but it's not just that, it's his anticipation and his accuracy, well, phenomenal. That's exactly what Lin Dan has been used to, getting this shuttle into the zone for him to hit it really, really hard. Whether it's down the line or cross court, it was a desperate lift from Chen Chin, right in the perfect place for Lin Dan. Whoa, little luck.
11-5.
Lin Dan goes to the break at 11-5 in the lead, and we are now seeing much, much more of the kind of play that we were hoping for, expecting, and certainly we've been used to seeing from him. He has the reputation for blowing a little bit hot and cold, but when he's on his game, he's just phenomenal. Became the dominant men's singles player, winning 9 championships in the BWF Super Series between 2002 and 2004. So even in his early days, he was right up there.
11-5.
Eliminated in the first round in Athens, but then the winner in Beijing. What a turnaround. Well left. It's not just power. He's got a great feel for the lines as well. He's won the All England in 04, 06 and 07. He's helped China win 3 consecutive Thomas Cups. I'm now talking about Lin Dan, of course. He's won the World Championship on 2 occasions. He won it in Kuala Lumpur, 07. He won it in Madrid previous year. And he had the silver in Anaheim, where he lost out to Taufik, who he beat in the semi-finals today. Yeah, he was tempted. He knows how strong that Chen Chin defense is. And he put in an absolute ripper there. If we had a speed gun, I'm sure it would be in the 270s, 280s at least. Maybe even the 300s. Extraordinary. Another big hit. Now, that's where Chen Chin has been strong, in reacting so quickly to that big hit. This time, he's found wanting. 14-6. Lin Dan is now becoming Super Dan once again. Chayo from the crowd. I don't think either of them need it. That's, well, what a change. It was a half-hearted return from Chen Jin, and Lin Dan is in the mood. Thank goodness for that.
Service over. 7-15.
That is super.
Service over.
It looked easy, didn't it? But there was so much deception in the body there. Watch this. He shaped up to play it down, and then look, the angle just opened up the racket. Fabulous. That's, you see now he's put real pressure on Chen Jin.
18.
He's struggling to find his lines. 18-7. Wow, what a turnaround. 21-9 in the first against him. 18-7 up in the second. There you go, 19-7.
19-7.
And some great touches coming through here. Lin Dan has had his little training game. He's now in this for serious. Oh, just short.
Service over.
Yeah, he's disappointed with that because he really meant to take that point.
19.
He would love to take this game with a bigger difference than he lost the first, you bet. Yeah, it was clever, wasn't it? It's out.
Service over. 9-19.
Well, we've got a similar score to the first game, but it's totally reversed. Can Chen Jin now make his double figures? Oh, that is superb, and that's a great finish. That is wonderful badminton for 20 points to 19. Game point in the second game to Lin Dan, and these Chinese men's players are just thoroughly putting on a most wonderful game for us here. Wonderful match in Hong Kong. Short serve. Yeah, it's too good. 21-9 after losing the first. 9-21. That is amazing. We will be going to a rubber game. Lin Dan and Chen Jin. How exciting for all of us. I hope you're enjoying it all at home as well. It really is fascinating matchup. The world's probably the world's best player, certainly of this era, and maybe of all eras. Lin Dan back in the mood and giving us a great exhibition. Unbelievable defence to take the first, 21-9, and then succumbs to an extraordinary barrage of attacking shots from Lin Dan. I've just looked at the stats. He had a 13-3 smash winning margin in that second game over Chen Jin. And I tell you, if he continues with that, he is going to be champion for the 5th time. But, well, they've now changed ends. There's a little bit of a breeze behind Lin Dan from his right to left, and a little bit behind him as well. So the players at the end at which they're staying at the moment. will have to cope with that, the wind against him at the moment, Jin CHEN, and I don't think he will moan and mind too much. I think it's easier playing into it than with it. Well, it's gone long.
1-love.
Dan from Longyan in Fujian province, and Jin CHEN from Hebei. All come together, of course, in Beijing. There's that look away shot. It's amazing. He does it out of habit now. Great pickup. Dan's in the mood. He's in the mood. He would have probably given up on that shot in the first game, but now that he's got his nose in front in the third, he's chasing everything down. That's a great diving save. And Jin CHEN was so shocked he couldn't get it back. But these players are so amazing at how quick they can react, move around this court. The court, you wouldn't believe it, but it's 13.4 meters. What, 6.1 meters side to side, 13.4 meters.
Service over.
End to end.
1-2.
They cover the distance in milliseconds. Some wags in the crowd, all good. Good for the atmosphere. It's 1-2. Good work. Well, this is developing into a classic, isn't it? Jin CHEN knows that he's got to get that mindset back again. That defense and accuracy thing that he had in the first. Oh, wonderful stuff. Do we like this? Oh, yes. Great. The gladiators of the court. Brilliant. Thumbs up from everybody here. Stunning shots and great retrieving, but then in the end, Dan finds the gap. Another big shot. Great stuff. Watch out! Jin CHEN's not going to lie down. You know, I've got a little bit of the hair on the back of my neck sticking up because this is so exciting. Great work. Wow. This could be one of the great battles ever in Hong Kong. Don't let us down here, Dan. That was a loose one.
4-3.
Come on. Keep up the intensity. We love it. That's better. That is absolutely better. That closed racket, I don't know how he does it. It's just brilliant accuracy. And there was no way, even if Jin CHEN had got across to it, he would have been able to control it.
Service over. 5-4.
Half a chance. Gratefully accepted. Poor shuttle, I say. Don't know how many we've used in this tournament, but the 16 feathers, the goose feathers from the left wing. Somebody will tell me why. Oh, too good. Jin CHEN was not far off a great net shot, but Lin Dan was just so clever. 6 feathers in each wing can be used to make a shuttlecock. Okay. It's long and nose in front of Lin Dan. Oh, clever! Wow, he cut across that. Brilliant inside-out shot. But there was spin on it. There was well, it was just a magical. It was a Harry Potter shot there from Jin. 6s. Great work. It's out. He had it there. He had him on the rack, didn't he? Jin just got a little bit too excited. And again, this crowd are just absolutely loving this. And why not? It is just supreme badminton. Brilliant stuff. What a pickup. He's throwing himself all over the court at the moment, is Lin Dan. And you can tell he wants this title. He wants the title, and he wants to go through to the Super Series Masters in Sabah, Kota Kinabalu, at the end of the season. What a way to finish the year if he could win that as well. Jin doesn't look as if he's actually had any kind of game at the moment. Totally in control. 7-6 in the third. It's long. It's 7-all. That's the odd little moment of concern for Lin Dan, but I tell you, these really are locked horns in battle. Great work, Lin Dan. It started out with a backhand drive. He knew he had to do something special, and he is attack orientated. That's his style. He loves to be right in the face of the opponent. Good work at the net. 8-7. Oh, the first to blink was Jin. I'm tempted to say there was a lot of cat and mouse in that one. More like tiger and cheetah, I would say. But great work. Lin Dan was right in there, and of course these back clears, some people just do it for relief. These guys do it as a basic tactic to get in position for the next shot. It's fascinating. Technically, this is a cracking matchup. It was in. Beautiful backhand there from the serve.
8-9.
Jin drawing on all his experience. How can you say he's all his experience at the age of 22? But that's absolutely right. He has been on the scene such a long time. And he's a great friend and teammate of Lin Dan. But it's all serious here. Not quite winner takes all, but you get that feeling. You aren't going to see any better contest than this, I promise you. This is as good as it gets. Some extraordinary defensive work from Chen Jin. Some brilliant power play from Lin Dan. Eventually the power wins out. He is definitely the lion. Well, I'm old enough to remember a comic hero called Dan Dare. He might be called Super Dan here, but Lin Dan certainly dares, that is for sure.
Service over. Line 10.
Turns away with a bit of a smile there, does Lin Dan, because he hates making mistakes at the net. Well, whatever happens in this match, we've been treated to a thriller. It's been great. 10 all.
10 all.
Oh, extraordinary shot. There's only one place he could have put that to win the point against the likes of Chen Jin, and he absolutely threaded that one through the eye of the needle. It was superb. He goes to the break, and the change of ends at 11-10. Lin Dan, well, not only is he aiming to win this tournament for the 5th time, just watch this shot again. It's lifted from here. Just watch it. Nowhere to go except there. Amazing footwork. And supremely fit. I mean, we're in the 3rd, and these guys are moving around as if they could play another 10 games. Well, I hope you're enjoying it at home. Don't go away. We're only in our 2nd match-up at the moment. We've got 3 more great matches to follow. Xi Jinfang, girlfriend of Lin Dan, will be following this in the women's singles. And we've got a couple of women's doubles and men's doubles to follow after that.
Service over. 11 all.
So, could it be a double-up for Lin Dan and Xi Jinfang? Xi Jinfang has won it for the last 2 years. It's long, and Lin Dan knew it. He didn't chase it down.
11.
It's a little change. Oh, what a shot. It's gone. Chen Jin thought he'd won it with that fantastic net shot. But Lin Dan's ability to stay in the point and in the rally is quite remarkable. Once he sets his mind at things, well, it's mission impossible. Is not impossible. Aha! Jin outwits the master here. What's this? Yep, clever. Foot goes underneath, but the shot had already been played. You see the tactic of playing it into the body? How do they do this? How do they do this? How do they do this? Wow! 13 all. It might be unlucky in some part of the world, but at 13 all in the third here in Hong Kong, I must say, it's lucky 13 as far as I'm concerned. It's an absolutely cracking matchup. Brilliant stuff. Great shots too from the camera crew. We've got some wonderful, wonderful play going on. Yeah, Chen CHEN is in the mood as well. Listen to the crowd, there's definitely a partisan feel to it. Chen CHEN will be popular, but Lin Dan, they know he's got unbelievable resources. It's out, it's 15-13. Oh, I was witness to an extraordinary match with Lin Dan and Lee Chong-wei in Kuching a couple of years ago when he lost out, having got into a 20-13 lead in the third, and he lost it. But this is a different Lin Dan. It's called good. It's 16-13. Now, does he have the mental strength to hold on to Chen CHEN's attack? It was 13 all. It's 3 in a row. It's good, it's 17-13. And that, well, that means that the most consecutive shots now is actually for Chen CHEN. He's got 6 points in a row. Wow. From 11-13 to 17-13. Lin Dan is up against it. 18-13, Chen CHEN. Ooh, yeah, now he's talking to himself. Lin Dan, what has he got left? The Olympic champion has really got to face his demons here. 5 points adrift. Great shot. That's the start of maybe a super recovery, 14-18. In terms of head-to-heads, it's 6-2 to Lin Dan. Lin Dan obviously won the encounter in the Olympics, but he lost the previous 2 this year at the BAC 2008 and also the Yonex All England. And he's won all the previous occasions. It's out, it's 19-14. That was a huge point. Lin Dan will be enormously disappointed. Chen CHEN celebrated with a really big shout. And wow, he could be dethroning the champion. And then once more, the Hong Kong crowd voice their approval. It's in. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was some shot from Lin Dan. It was a clear, but he just read it brilliantly. What a perfect shot. It could have been match point against him. Instead, it's right on the line. Look at that. Great shot from Lin Dan, an equally good shot from our camera crew. Well done, boys and girls. Yeah, it's 16-19. It's brinkmanship here from Lin Dan. 3 more points required to level things. But here the Chayo Lin Dan. It's out. Yeah, you could tell the moment it was struck, Chen CHEN, he sucked in a huge amount of air in relief, and that is now match point to Chen CHEN. Now, there's a lot resting on this, not only the dethroning of a 4-time champion here in Hong Kong, but will it be enough for Lin Dan to get into the Super Series Masters final? It's out! It's 17-20. Chen CHEN thought he had done it. It was a 3/4 lift from Lin Dan. Oh my goodness, how thrilling is this? It's a great matchup, wonderful badminton. I don't care who you support, which country you're from, you just have to admire the quality, the standard, the brilliance of these two players. Oh, it's there! Chen CHEN has done it! He has dethroned the champion of Hong Kong. Chen CHEN, there is just, you can tell in this crowd, there is just a twinge of regret. But what a magnificent battle. It wasn't just between friends. It wasn't just between colleagues on the same national team. It was a fantastic matchup between 2 of the top players in the world. They served up a delicious dish of first-class badminton. 9-21, 21-9, 17-21. It was Chen CHEN who has now been crowned the champion of the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Open Badminton Super Series 2008. He will be having his crown in just a while.
This is one of the super sports stars who have made an impact in 2008. Do you know him? If you do, log on to our website now to take part in a simple contest and stand to win attractive Adidas prizes.
Science. Whoa! It's not just about the why. It's also about the why not. It's about being curious enough to question. Because ask and you shall receive. It's about challenging the universal truth and imagining a world composed of strings. It's about refusing to accept the past, to reinvent a bold new future. Because while seasons change, so too can we. The sky is no longer the limit, your imagination is. Look all around you. Fear nothing. Develop new senses. Change anything. And in the name of science, question everything.
The Hong Kong Badminton Association VIPs will be really, really pleased with what they've just witnessed. It was an absolute classic. Great, great work. Two Chinese players, the Olympic champion from Beijing this year and the Yonex All England Super Series champion, matched up, put on a fantastic show. Lin Dan eventually succumbed, and he lost 7 points in a row at that third game at the juncture when he was 13-11 up, and that was the difference. Just faded away, but a great effort, and certainly he'll be continuing to be a great champion throughout the world for years to come. But what a performance there by CHEN. His defense was unbelievable, and in the end he did enough to outclass his illustrious opponent. Wonderful stuff. It took 3 games. Lin Dan, champion since 2003 of the Hong Kong Open, now gets to the podium in silver medal position. Champion 2008 of the Yonex Sunrise Hong Kong Super Series finals here. CHEN. Superb. Well, I know we've got a number of top VIPs as guests, and I know that Mr. Thomas Chow, Director of Leisure and Cultural Services Department, will be in attendance together with Herman Hu Xiaoming, JP, the Chairman of the Major Sports and Events Committee, and also Dr. Yun Kai, President of the Hong Kong Badminton Association, of course, and DK Seth, the Managing Director of Sunrise and Company Private Limited. $7,500 US to the runner-up there, and well, it was a great performance. I loved it. I hope you did at home too. He won't enjoy being runner-up, but he will have to admire his mate and also his training partner, the way in which he played against him. It was a stunning matchup. CHEN, the winner, 18,750. And we'll enjoy seeing him at the Super Series Masters final in Kota Kinabalu in a couple of weeks. Here we go, the photographs then. They're so used to being at the top of the tree, aren't they? And do you know, one of the deceiving things is, I've got a feeling that CHEN is just a smidgen taller than Lin Dan, but you wouldn't believe it seeing him on court, would you? Just look at that. Great effort, wonderful performance, and they're up into the crowd for the bouquets. Well, we shall see whether Lin Dan's girlfriend, Xi Jinping, can do a little better in the next matchup. It will be Hong Kong versus China in just a while. CHEN versus Xi Jinping.